Welcome to Armchair Bookers. I am one of your hosts, Dut the Vampiro Hardcastle, is other host.
Steel Man, Christopher Steele.
Welcome to the show.
So, since we're doing it, everything different now.
Yeah, kind of.
Again.
We love shifting things around on these programs.
We're
kind of pre-recording
a
lot of stuff. Kind of keeping ahead of Armchair Bookers.
Armchair.
Just because we like to play with stories. So,
that and in case you need the week.
Right, we always have an episode to lay out.
We can still upload on schedule.
Yep. So this week is the monthly review to the build-up to the next pay-per-view, which happens to be called Super Suitcase Showdown. Would you like to explain what kind of match this is? Since you are it is your brainchild.
Alright, so you actually said something about wanting to do
a Money in the Bank clone match. And as per usual, Chris doesn't like to clone things exactly. He likes to go, hey, let's make it our own.
Right. Come on, we gotta make it our own.
Right. We're ripping someone off. So we decided to rip off two places at the same time and make our own match. And it's freaking brilliant.
So instead of one briefcase,
there's four. One of each contains
there's
title shot.
There's four different title shots.
You got with the newly returned and minted new name, formerly the Midstream Championship, the 24/7 Championship, now called the Ultraviolent Television Championship. That's one hanging. The other one hanging is the All-Star Championship. The other one is the Tag Team Championship. And the fourth one is the Major Championship, which will have some different implications in a little bit.
In a circular square, whatever you want to call
it. They're hanging facing each other.
Randomized.
Put your hands up like this. Like that.
It was randomized. Nobody knows what
titles and
what contract is in which suitcase. They all look the same, so only one winner match. First suitcase pulled down is the only one that's
the winner of the match, and they get that championship shot whenever, wherever, as long as there is a referee present.
Yeah, that's pretty much just
Money in the Bank meets Feast or Fired with a little bit of a spin on it, because
only one title,
only
one contract,
one winner.
And
you might not get the jackpot. It's just like a roulette game. You could pull a title that you're not ready for.
Like I said, nobody knows which one's which.
Right.
Not even me.
Nor I.
So, even if one of my guys is in the match, I can't tell him, hey, go for the suitcase, because that's the one you want.
It's the one that we don't have yet. Which at this point is not any of them.
Like I said, they're all shuffled.
Right. Completely random.
So, was there anything else?
I don't think there's really much else to the...
Oh. They find out as soon as the match is done.
They open the briefcase.
They can open the briefcase, see what contract they got.
Yep. It's like Deal or No Deal. As soon as the match is over, you can see what you would have had. Yep. What you have.
Boom. And it says what title.
Yep. Like it. I like it.
All
right. First match of the this year monthly recap show, our go home review, is Omega versus Okada. Oh yes. By the way, all 10 of these matches are the qualifying matches for the Super Suitcase Showdown.
10-man.
It's a 10-man
ladder match.
10-man ladder match. 20 competitors, all facing off in one-on-one matches. The winners
should be 18 at the end.
18 at the end.
Super Suitcase Showdown 18.
No, should be 10.
Super Suitcase Showdown 18.
Oh, yeah, 2018. Yeah, you're right.
Because we'll probably try to make it an annual thing
Right.
in June. That our June just fuck
Fuck
with
money in the bank placement, of course. Okay, so first match out the gate is Omega versus Okada. If you've seen any of the matches, you know you're in for a fucking hell of a show. The end of the match is one hell of a spot fest. Goes for the one wing angel. Okada flips out of it, lands on his feet, pops up, goes for the Rainmaker. As he goes for the Rainmaker, which is just basically a glorified spinning elbow, he is met right in the fucking shin with the V trigger, which is just a flying knee. He catches him, V trigger, boom, 1, 2, 3. Omega goes on. Next, we announce our mirror match for the Super Showcase Showdown pay-per-view. It will be a triple threat match, elimination style, as all are. No titles on the line, because they can't go for titles. It's just to see which character is the best. And it will be Kane versus Isaac Yankem DDS versus Fake Diesel. Now, I was thinking we could make it a 4-way and throw in Unabomb as well, but he wasn't really a mainstream character that Glenn Jacobs ever had. So, we're going with the 3 mainstreams: Kane, Fake Diesel, Isaac Yankem DDS.
Yeah.
Okay, next match is a submission match between John Morrison and Sting. It was just going to be a regular match, but Morrison was like, I'm an all-star. I am the all-star champion. I am an all-star. I think I can beat a submission expert at his own game. So, Morrison...
I'm an all-star. I can beat anybody at their own game.
Exactly. And he is proven wrong in rather quick fashion. Morrison goes out, puts on a hell of a good show. But Sting is sandbagging him the entire time, making him think that he's really just so horribly beat up, and goes for Starship Pain. Sting rolls right out of the way. Morrison lands, pops up back onto his feet damn near. Sting just sweeps his feet right up from underneath him, right in the center of the ring. Scorpion Deathlock. You're not going anywhere. You're not getting away. You have no choice but to tap. Sting goes on to qualify. Let's see. The next match is myself, this time, for the first time, being flanked by my new bodyguard, Nia Jax.
Who is she replacing?
Nobody. Ember Moon was my golden child of the
club.
Of the club. But Nia, quickly, it was just like, you know what, Ember ain't shit. I can handle this, and very quickly showed me. So, and as we heading down to the ring, we get to the apron. All of a sudden, Braun Strowman's music hits, and I'm just like, no, let's get the hell out of here. I start climbing over the rail. She's like, no, we can do this. We can beat him. And I'm like, no, I don't want to beat him. You beat him, he's not done with you. I'm good. Let's just get out of here. So
you take the count out.
We hightail it, take the count out. Strowman goes on, because I don't think Strowman would be. You know what? No, I know Strowman wouldn't be down for any kind of shenanigans. So I'm better off walking away. Nia's a little pissed, but whatever. Okay, and the cameras rush to the fucking back shortly, as Strowman's music playing, and Miz is just having a friggin' conniption fit at your door, saying, I was smart enough to get a rematch clause in my freaking...
Yeah, so he
in my contract. I'm invoking this for the pay-per-view. Is there going to be an argument about this? I have my lawyer on the phone.
Well,
as an A-lister, you were smart enough to do your contract wisely. So, yes.
You get your all-star title match rematch. He cannot have a rematch for the
Ultra-Violent Television Championship, as it wasn't a title at the time.
It wasn't a recognized title until the last pay-per-view, and was not in his contract.
Exactly. So, yeah, he gets his match. Any stipulations on said match? Miz vs. Morrison, no stips?
No.
Just the title. Okay.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
I know, I'm aware. Let's see here. Next match on the card, Punk versus Warlord in a straight-up one-on-one match. And Punk uses everything except for the kitchen sink to beat Warlord. Because what else are you going to use?
He might even use the kitchen sink.
Yeah, a couple of times. He kitchen sinks him a couple times to get him down for the anaconda device, which Warlord literally stands up with Punk attached to him. Punk's practically vertical, holding the anaconda device, and Warlord's just like trying to shake him off, standing, walking around the ring. Like Punk just keeps cinching in. Warlord's trying to get him off. Punk finally gets back to his vertical base and hoists Warlord up for a good old-fashioned GTS, because pretty damn sure Punk could do it.
Right.
He was a small dude, but he was freaking strong enough he could pick up anybody he damn well tried. He did it to fucking Ryback. Warlord wouldn't have been shit. So Punk qualifies. The next match is a tables match, because part of Sabu's contract when he signed with SRW is all of his matches are tables matches.
Or it's a ladder match.
Unless it's a ladder match, yeah. Well, unless otherwise stipulated, all of his singles matches are tables matches. He's taking on Finn Balor. Typical fare from both of them. A lot of flying around, a lot of high spot stuff. But over on the side of the staging, they're coming down the rampway, there's the staging. Over on this side is just a stack of tables. Set up just high enough to where they could get onto the very top table, but there's still 4 more tables to go through. Well, they fight their way back there, and Finn gets Sabu down, gets him rolled up onto that top table, climbs up onto the rafters of the staging, and coup de grace him through the 4 tables, winning the match. I figure Finn would be down for something like that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't care. It's still a fucking sick-ass spot to me I'd like to see. So, Finn now qualifies. We are up to 5 qualifiers. Shall I review them yet, or would you like to save it for the end of the show?
I'll just save it for that.
Alright. Next match in line, Dusty Rhoads versus Scott Hall. I really have nothing plotted out for this other than the exact very ending of the match. Hall goes for a what the hell do they call it? Fall away slam, where he picks him up, throws him over. Can't get him up off the ground enough to do it because of the fighting that has occurred. He just doesn't have enough strength to get him up to do it, which completely counts out him hitting outsider's edge in any way, shape, or form. Which totally works out for Dusty because he can hit a bionic elbow from friggin' anywhere. Which he does. He gets like 5 of them, like one right after the other, because he's making sure he's going to keep him down. 4 5 bionic elbows, into the match. Dusty Rhoads, now part of the shuffle. The showdown, if you will. The showdown for the Super Suitcase. Let's see. Next comes out... you want to be the one who named it?
Which one?
The naming of the new championship?
Oh. Yeah, sure. So, Bobby Roode comes out. Says, well, since the other titles have been renamed, I am the undisputed global champion. And he gets a new belt. Has a new
newly designed belt. Looks freaking sweet. I should have some designs up that we can put on the Facebook page. I gotta take them with my phone, but I've got designs for all these championships.
So it is now the undisputed global championship.
And after having received his newly minted, sweet ass undisputed global championship, Hardcore Holly's music hits. Proceeds to come down, pissing and moaning about not having lost the match. That Al Snow was the weak link in that match, and he deserves to get a one-on-one match for the top championship, which is just so happens to be that undisputed global championship that you got around your shoulder, boy.
And Bobby Roode
doesn't turn down contenders.
Bobby Roode's like, I can fucking take you.
I will not only beat your ass, I will do it in glorious fashion.
What, is that just regular?
No, it's not. Bobby Roode ups the ante.
Fine, but we're going to do it last man standing.
Bobby Roode gets his last man standing match against Bob Holly. I think Bob Holly might have bit off a little more than he could chew. I'm not quite sure yet. Next match on the card, Anderson versus Bray Wyatt as another qualifying match for this here showdown. Rather quick fashion because Anderson is not flanked by Gallows. For some reason, Gallows is not present. Not exactly sure why. Just Gallows is not there. Guessing Anderson was just like, I can do this. I want to face this guy on my own. He's supposed to be some kind of freak. I want to face this fear on my own. Goes up against Wyatt, loses. Not soundly. He puts up a hell of a good fight, but Wyatt just keeps popping back up and popping back up and popping back up, and the little bit of interference ran by Matt Hardy didn't really help any. Wasn't necessarily to help Wyatt, he just kind of showed up in a distracted Gallows, or distracted Anderson, and Wyatt took advantage. Wyatt goes on to be part of that qualifier, or finishes that qualifier to become part of the main event of the pay-per-view. The next match on the card is Kevin Nash versus Seth Rollins. Basically, speed versus power. If you've seen Seth Rollins take on anybody big, you pretty much get an idea of what I'm going for here. If you've seen Kevin Nash take on anybody small, you pretty much get a gist of what I'm going for here, except for Seth Rollins keeps working the quads. Just keeps kicking him in the knees, working those quad muscles. Gets him work down. Finally goes for a curb stomp. But as he goes up, Nash does the old stand-a-rooney like Randy Orton did to spring up Rollins a little higher. Hits him with a jackknife. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Rollins' body weight rolls back just a little too far and the shoulders come up. Nash kicks his legs up to try and kick out. Rollins wraps around him for a tight friggin' small package cradle. Nash is too tightly packed into himself to kick out of it. Rollins beats Nash with his own finisher, basically.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm with all this. Yeah, I just wanted to say, you said something about oversee Nash versus small guy. Only one I can really think of,
Nash versus Mysterio.
The newly unmasked
Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
Junior, because he still had the junior at the time. Which was really quick. Did the Hurricanrana pin.
Yep. Fa-bloom. 1, 2, 3. Out the freaking
And he
thing.
ran.
Oh, hell yeah. Nash was just like not even pissed, just like shocked. I love the look on his face, like, what the fuck just happened? How did I lose?
And who delivered?
Right?
Alright.
Let's see. That's natural. I come back back through the crowd with Nia and a microphone and proceed to call out just announce what my match is going to be for the pay-per-view, because I'm a cocky bastard and I'm family with the owner and I can do whatever the hell I want and piss off, classic heel heat kind of shit, just like
Right.
you schmoes wish you were in my position. I get to go home with Nia every night. This is freaking amazing. Not only does she watch my back, she washes my back. Just typical misogynic male bullshit. And I say, to prove that I am the most ultra-violent sumbitch in this place, I'm calling out two pretty ultra-violent people themselves. Sabu, who can't seem to win at his own game, and Al Snow, who, well, he's just a schmuck, but he's a schmuck that I've always wanted to beat the hell out of. Don't forget to bring your head. I want to shove it up your ass. Made the announcement for my match.
But plus, Al Snow is from Ohio
as well, right? Oh yeah, I'm trying to like Sabu's from Michigan. Al Snow's
and
from
not even
Ohio.
that far from us.
No, I'm literally right in between them. Like we're right in between Sabu and Al Snow's home areas. Right. So yeah, it makes perfect sense to just like bring that shit.
The pay-per-view is going to be held in Toledo.
Perfect. I would if I did run a company, dude, I would be running pay-per-views in Toledo. Hell yeah.
I think the Huntington Center is big enough for it.
Could definitely run a pay-per-view, and you could definitely draw people from Columbus, Toledo, Detroit, Fort Wayne, Chicago. People from all around would flock. They'd be like, Toledo, really? We got all the quick ways to get to Toledo. It's not hard to get to.
Nope.
Well, next match on the card is a flat-out street fight between Adam Cole and Edge. And when I say street fight, I mean it literally happens in the friggin' alleys. There is a referee standing by. The scuffle is happening. As it's happening, I'm just like, yo, aren't these two supposed to be fighting in the ring? And you're like, fucking send a referee. Street fight starts happening. Parking lot area, alleyways.
Ring the bell. Yeah, and ring the bell.
Yep. They ring the bell. They slowly work their way up through the audience, all the way up into the ring, back up the stage, all the way through gorilla position, back through catering, back out into the parking lot, back into the alley. And we see Christian. And we're like, oh, okay, Edge has definitely got something here. Christian is definitely going to help. And Christian's just like, I would love to, but on the other side of the camera is Red Dragon. I just don't feel like getting my ass handed to me today, so we'll just let this one be. And Red Dragon is tailing Adam Cole, but not really doing anything to him. They're just like, we'll wait until you're not expecting it before we hand you your ass, you little piece of crap. Because they want their vengeance from the pay-per-view, but
Right.
they're waiting. They're aware of their surroundings and they're waiting. Because someone else has been following Adam Cole, but the camera never shows him because, well, we said so. Adam Cole, vertical suplex brainbuster is what he typically uses as a solid finisher. Does it through through the roof of a limo, and in doing so, when they hit, Edge goes through, and Cole's body flips kind of back over onto him, unconscious like. He gets the 1, 2, 3. Referee counts it, raises his unconscious hand, and Red Dragon grabs him by the ankles, drags him over to their car, throws him in the back, and drives away. Still don't know what they're up to, but they're up to something. Yes, I have a plan for this. This is when I thought out a little bit since the initial fuckery. Okay. Final match of the evening. Final match of the month. In the go-home show, the last qualifier is Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles. Now, here's the fun part. Drew McIntyre is flanked by Dolph Ziggler and Heath Slater. The new three-man band. AJ Styles is flanked by Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels. He knew that that people were coming, with the three-man band was coming. He's like, I'm not doing this shit alone. I'm fully aware of what the hell's going on. I've got some friends too. The two sets of friends kind of run each other off, like they run off the three-man band. Everything, get back down to Drew and AJ. Kills about 15 minutes of airtime. And that's how you do shit like this, especially when you're going to put someone over, like I'm about to, in such a way that would just piss everybody off. Everybody off. Okay. AJ spends about 5 minutes just soundly beating the piss out of Drew McIntyre. Goes for the phenomenal forearm. When he goes for the phenomenal forearm, Drew McIntyre stands up, and as he's standing up, the referee is kind of being used as he's pulling him up. Well, he gets to the top, and the referee loses his balance and gets pulled backwards. And in getting pulled backwards, AJ is coming in, catches him with a European uppercut, and then kicks him right square in the balls, Nakamura style. Just boom. Like, European uppercut to get the head back, boom, kicks him in the balls to get him forward, pulls him in, solid DDT, pins him, grabs the ref, shakes him, like, not awake, just like, yo, your attention's needed. Gets a slow 1, 2, 3. AJ reels in the ring for about 3 minutes, grabbing his frickin' balls, and just, like, can't figure out which to grab more, the throat or the balls, because both are hurting immensely at this point. Oh, yeah, the European uppercut was a cheap European uppercut with right here, under the chin, into the throat. Like, super heel fucking maneuvering with that. Gets the 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre is now qualified. We shall now go over the pay-per-view in its entirety. Can't believe I was able to drag this out to 22 minutes. Nice. Okay. First match of the evening, or first match of the pay-per-view, which will be the next show you guys get, will be Lita versus Paige in a submission match for the women's title.
Because I want to favor my girl Paige.
Right. Of course.
The queen, the white queen.
The porcelain-skinned queen.
Oh, well, actually, am I the white side or the black side?
You'd be the white side. You're the white side. Because you should be the white queen. I'd be the king of the black side, and I would have Nia as the black queen, which totally makes sense.
Actually, normally when I play chess, I
pick the black, right?
It's the queen, so I Steel Club Queen submission match favors her.
Of course. Second match on the card is our mirror match: Kane versus ITK DDS versus Fake Diesel. Third match on the card will be the Insiders versus the Young Bucks for the tag team titles. Fourth match on the card will be myself versus Al Snow and Sabu for my Ultra Violent Television Championship. The fifth match on the card will be Miz versus Morrison for the All-Star Championship. The sixth match on the card will be Bobby Roode versus Bob Holly in a last man standing match for the Undisputed Global Championship. And the main event of the evening, the Super Suitcase Showdown. I've written that wrong down 3 times now.
Actually, that's the pay-per-view.
Okay.
Name. It's just the Super Suitcase ladder match.
Super Suitcase ladder match. There you go. Super Suitcase ladder match. Okay. You wanna run over the...
Go ahead.
All right. Our contestants are as follows. Kenny Omega. Yeah, damn it, Kenny. Sting, CM Punk, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Bray Wyatt, baby, Seth Rollins, Adam Cole, baby, and Drew McIntyre. So that's a hell of a 10. That's a hell of an eclectic group of 10. Whew. Got a hell of a show ahead of us here. I really got some thinking to do on some of these.
Well, I already gave you one of the matches.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I should probably.
I've got most of them worked out already since we started talking about it.
Well,
Want to do quick picks?
All right. Stay with the same thing that we've been doing
with the pick a wrestler and dream matches.
Yep.
All right. I got to pick the last one, didn't I?
I don't know. It shouldn't matter because
it doesn't matter who you want to do.
Let's go CM Punk.
CM Punk, all right. You want to start? Shall I?
How you start?
All right, I will start with I would love to see CM Punk have taken on Bret Hart.
That would be a hell of a match.
It really would be.
Either way, either person could win.
Yeah, I would be happy with just that match happening. Much like I was when they said announced the first AJ Shinsuke match.
Right.
You know, I'd seen the Japanese one. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. I can't wait to see this again. You know, so I was stoked to see that. Just like I'd be stoked when they were like Punk versus Hart. I'd be like, all right, let's see this.
All right. My first pick for it will be Hideo Itami.
Nice. Yep. The go to sleep match. Yes.
Right. The go to sleep match. We've done it, but
I would like to have seen it. Right.
It might happen.
It might. Could Punk ever comes back?
I heard Punk is actually in talks with WWE.
Yeah, I heard he's going to be backstage at the Bullet Club show in Chicago this fall. But I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all. I would go with he who shall not be named, Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit and CM Punk would probably had a fucking amazing match.
Right.
And regardless of what people say Benoit did or didn't do, I'm not going to judge either way, but as far as his wrestling acumen goes, he is the best in the fucking world.
I get what... I heard Jericho talking about Benoit going into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And why
he shouldn't.
And everything. I get that.
I disagree wholeheartedly, but I understand where he's coming from.
Right. And
because literally the first thing you see when you put in Chris Benoit is him as a wrestler, so you can't hide that when you type in his name, and then the double murder suicide, which they have yet to actually prove was a double murder suicide.
Right. But that's what people will think.
Yeah.
About when it comes to Benoit.
Right.
That's the first thing people think.
And they shouldn't. They should jump to his career first, and then if you like his career, go jump into what happened and see if you can figure out what the hell happened. Because I sure as fuck haven't been able to figure it out. I figured out this much: he didn't do it.
Well, anyways, I get where
Jericho's coming from.
Jericho's said he's done. He recently was doing DVD,
mm-hmm.
and there was matches he'd love to put in, but he couldn't.
Because Benoit's in.
Because Benoit.
Yep.
And he wouldn't.
Which is fucking fucked up. It's just fucking wrong. To me, that's just fucking wrong.
Because when you watch a Benoit match, that's all you can think about.
That's all most people can think about. The case is all I can think about, and trying to figure out how the fuck to prove that he didn't do it. What's your second one? Because I've already got my third one in my
Alright.
head.
CM Punk versus Rick Rude.
Ooh. That would be a good one. That'd be a real good one.
It would.
I can see that one actually having a fucking amazing outcome. My last one will be CM Punk versus Owen Hart.
Alright. That'd be good.
That'd be a technical extravaganza, just like the Benoit match would have been.
Right. My final. I gotta go with a reliable person, Macho Man.
Yeah, actually, Macho Man's, we had mentioned that would be a great match in that one too. So it kind of makes sense it would ring true the other direction. Then CM Punk's Macho would be high on that list. For good reason. Macho Man is fucking amazing, and there's no way around that.
Hey guys, guess what?
No matter what anybody think, Macho Man was one of the best of all time.
Oh, fuck yes. No, you can't even deny it. If you deny it, you don't know shit about wrestling.
He was a great performer.
And if you use his WCW period, like, look at this, and I'm like, go look at the 80s. Look at him before WWF, when he was still wrestling in Memphis. Lawler put him over huge, dude. Lawler made him a god down there. Fuck.
He's amazing.
Astonishing. Great. His mind for wrestling was on the same par as like Scott Hall or Raven or Paul Heyman or Vince McMahon. Like,
As soon as he got the idea for Macho Man,
it was his career.
And he lived that
The character. Yeah. Yep. Because he was super, he was a super awkward dude normally. Is what everybody said is just like when he wasn't when he didn't act like Macho Man, he was super awkward.
His brother says, he call him up and talking in Macho Man voice.
Hey,
like,
brother, how's it going, man?
We're not even on camera. What the hell are you doing?
Well, this is just how I talk, man. What the hell? How's the family going, man?
And if you don't know who his brother is, it's
the genius, Lanny
the genius.
Poffo. Fucking get your shit together. If you're watching this podcast and you don't know who the fucking genius is, you need to reevaluate your fucking viewing habits. Please.
Our one viewer.
Our one viewer. Do a lot of we will point you to a lot of research. Tell your friends if they don't know and want to learn.
He was Leaping Lanny
Poffo
before.
But the genius just was perfect for him. He was a poet to begin with. That was his first love in life was poetry. He knew he couldn't make money at it. His brother was a wrestler, and he's like, I could do that.
Macho brought him in, and along with Elizabeth.
Yep.
All right, so
like, share, subscribe.
tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your frenemies.
Comment. And until next time, book it right and
ring the bell.
peace. Among world.